Georgia, I'm here with Tim, and I want to show you all the things that you need to have, okay? First off, we have a preservative solution. Okay, I'm going to give you about 50 mils of this. All you have to do is to use something less than 1 mil. You'll see some paper towels would be useful. I'm going to give you some small syringes. That's for the solution. A big syringe for after you filter water through these filters, then you want to blow out all the water that's in there. So you just put 60 mils of air, okay, through the filter, as I'll show you. Okay, this is what the filters look like again. Okay, and you need some rubber gloves, a scissor, maybe a needle nose pliers. It would be really good if you had a collection bottle. That collection bottle, you're going to have to rinse that out with a solution of DI water and 10% bleach. And in fact, this is the syringe that we're going to use to actually pump that water through the filter. And you can also do that too. Just rinse it out with that, and then rinse it out 3 times with the actual water or DI water before you actually sample. So I'd like this rinsed 3 times with the regular water before you sample, and this rinsed, okay, 3 times. So now let's imagine you've collected water at the spring. You want to be able to pump 1 liter of water through the filter. So it would be good if you had another bottle that had a mark on it that said 1 liter. So you basically be pumping water from there into here through the filter, and then until you get to 1 liter. This way you won't make any mistakes in terms of the count. This is 150 mils. So you have to do like 6 times of this plus another 100 mils. On here also is a valve so that you'll go from the filter or from this tube, which actually sucks water up. In order to keep this tubing tight, we had some wire, and that's why you need some wire and a needle nose in case you have to change the tubing. And I'm going to give you some extra tubing. So the procedure looks like this. You start off, you put some gloves on. Okay, I'm assuming you guys have gloves. If not, I'll throw like 20 gloves in here, or maybe a box of gloves. Okay, and it's just something I have to carry, and I'd rather you tell me whether or not you have gloves. Write that down, please. Okay, Tim, that's all. Let's ask her. Okay, this would save me weight and all. And so now the next thing is what you're going to do is open up one of these filters and connect it. It's best to keep the filter as much as possible in this bag. And the filter has 2 ends. It has a larger end, and that's the end that they need in the lab, and then a smaller end. That smaller end is the end that goes into the syringe, and you'll see it says open. Okay, so just imagine that we've collected water here, and then you're going to open this, and if you get it just right, it'll open. Okay, if not, you can cut it. All right, and all. So, okay, so you can see I didn't get it right, but nonetheless, and then try not to handle the filter. Try to squeeze it out as much as possible. Do not put this filter down on the ground in any way, and then the filter just screws right in, okay, to here. All right, and now you're all set to go. Okay, so the way this will work is you put this in the collection bottle, turn this knob towards the filter. It goes towards to here, and then let's see if I got it right. Nope. This has to go towards the filter. Okay, and then now you can pull water in from the side arm. And I'm going to give you 2 of these just in case one breaks. All right, maybe I'll give you 3 of them just in case it breaks. And then you can just suck up. Now it's hard to do this, okay, because there's just so much that can get through that thing. So you just suck up if this is again 150 mils, and then turn the valve sideways, and now it's ready, okay, to discharge. And so you can discharge it directly to the bottle that you're going to be measuring. Okay, so there it goes. You can see what the stream looks like. The best way to discharge this, however, is to push this down on something, okay, like this, all right? And then I'll give you some longer tubing, but if you do it this way, you can definitely get, it goes much faster and it's much easier in the end, okay? Now, if you can find a better way of squeezing the liter of water through this filter, by all means do it, okay? But this is the best I can be able to come up with for remote application, okay? All right, so now imagine we've done that, okay, and now we take the filter off, And we will have to blow out any excess air, so that's when you do this. You pull this back to 60 mils, okay? Again, attaches to exactly the same spot, and then you blow out any of the water that was previously in there. Okay, like that, okay? All right, so when that's out, take this off from here, okay? And then what we're going to do is put a preservative in here, and that requires you to, you'll open this up, okay? And originally I was going to use a needle, but I'm not anymore. And then take some of this preservative, okay, out. Okay, you don't need much. It's less than a mil. Attach it again, and you just squeeze it gently until you see the preservative coming out the top. Okay, it doesn't. You're not going to fill the whole thing. That's all you need. As soon as you see it just coming out the top, that's all you need. Okay, and now it's preserved. And now the idea then is that you're going to put some parafilm on either end of this, okay? So here we go. This is the hardest part, and you might want to actually open up some of this parafilm beforehand. Find out if they have parafilm, okay, as well. This is really the hardest part. And again, if you have to put this down, put it back in this little bag. All right? Because I find this very difficult, particularly with older parafilm that's been around a bit. So it doesn't take much. All you need is these tiny little pieces. So it's best if to sort of separate it all out ahead of time before you put your gloves on. As you can see, I'm struggling with this. Okay. With the gloves on, it makes it very difficult to do. But in any case, okay, so then you just take the ends and you squish it around like this several times. So it makes it a nice fit, and there it is, okay? And then the same thing on the other side. Let's see if I can get this open. Again, as I said, it's best if you sort of start opening the parafilm when you don't have gloves on. This is a real trick, as you can see. Not easy to do. Okay, so now, and then again, you just put it on and then wrap it around. Okay, and that's all you need. All right, this goes back into its bag, goes back into the bag, and again, the bag didn't necessarily have to rip. Okay, and then fold this up like this, and then put some tape on it, just a little tape to keep it closed. Okay, just like this. So it looks like that, something like this, and then label it. Label the bag, okay? And then with a Sharpie, and then you should have some sort of tracking sheet. On the tracking sheet, you can make this up yourself. Make sure it has the date and time, so make like columns, date, time, and then what the sample number is, whatever you put on this bag, make sure you put it on this sheet. And in the end, make me a copy of this sheet that go back with the samples. How's that? That's it. Then you're off to the next one. And in between, I would rinse things out. Just basically, you're going to be rinsing this out and rinsing this out with a solution of 10% bleach, just to disinfect. And again,
can you reuse that solution every time you rinse it out?
What do you mean? No.
Like
get rid of it. If you're going to rinse out, get rid of it. For example, this would be about 150 mils. This you put in a little bit of. You don't have to put 150 mils in here. You just put a little bit and swish it around, and the same thing here. Then get rid of it, okay? And then that's basically the story. And then this goes into your cooler with blue ice. Then when you get back to the facility at the park, put this in the regular refrigerator, okay? And not in the freezer, but in the refrigerator. Then when you get back to Roma Tre, this has to go into minus 20 degrees until we take it home. All right? That simple. Any other questions? I've given Tim a list of equipment. We'll check it out with you, and that's it.